The Shape of Water is the new Guillermo del Toro film starring Sally Hawkins. She plays a mute woman who wakes up every morning, takes a bath, makes her lunch, lives a rather boring life, takes a bus to her job. She's a janitor at a government facility in period piece times, probably about the 50s, I'd say. They don't really say for certain. But she works with her friend, Eliza works with her friend Zelda. She doesn't say anything because her vocal cords were severed as a child until the government facility receives an asset. And the asset turns out to be a merman-like creature. It's pretty big, intimidating. It looks very alien-like, but they're treating it like an animal, especially the leader of the security, Strickland, a sociopath bully played by Michael Shannon. So Eliza starts to communicate with the creature with sign language because that's what she uses with her friends. There's her person who lives next to her neighbor, Giles. He's an artist out of work, and Zelda, mostly no sign language, but she learns to communicate with the creature. And another scientist, Bob, finds out, but he's also a Russian spy. So the Americans, they're embarrassed because the Soviets sent the dog into space. So they want to have their own sort of discovery with the creature, so they plan to vivisect it. So Eliza realizes she has to try to save this creature because she's slowly falling for it. And she does, and it turns into a romance film. But one of the aspects I really liked about this film was it's a very nice visual masterpiece. The set design is immaculate. I can probably guess that Guillermo del Toro has like so much artwork sitting somewhere to base it all off, and there's probably going to be an amazing art, like the art of The Shape of Water, because like the creature design, the government facility, it feels like a Jean-Pierre Jeunet film. It has a sort of like French influence, sort of timeless, nostalgic feel. Giles, the neighbor, likes musicals. They use a lot of classical music, so it has a very sort of influence like Amelie. It feels like Amelie almost. The movie is not for children though. It has a lot of violent parts, some sexual. It's definitely like a fairy tale for adults though, and it's a very bold, fresh, innovative film. It's essentially fantasy, romance. That's it. And it's a really great film. I really enjoyed it. So I give The Shape of Water a 9.5 out of 10. I would say that the film's only weakness is that Strickland, Michael Shannon's character, he drops a lot of F-bombs in the film. In fact, a lot of people drop the F-bomb in the film. I'm not like adverse to swearing, but it just takes me out of it because this is supposed to be like a fantasy 50s kind of film, and the verbiage they use is a little too modern. So that's the only thing that I didn't like. That's why I didn't give it a perfect score.